Hi everyone, this is a video I've been guided to make on blessing Iran, and I know that there is a lot of anger, there is a lot of sadness associated with what is happening there. I also know that in terms of energy, the more we add to the anger, the more we add to the pain, it's going to build. So I'd request all of you who are feeling that way, including me, which is why I took time to process my emotions before making the video. And I feel that all of us need to process the pain that we are feeling for the women in Iran and what they're going through right now. They are basically fighting for their sense of sovereignty, for their basic right to do what they want to do. And we celebrated Durga Puja and we celebrated Navratri with so much of love for the goddess. But it doesn't end there. Goddess worship is something which happens on a day to day basis. Every day there is a goddess rising somewhere in some form. And right now there are a lot of Kalis, there are a lot of Mary Magdalenes, rising in Iran for their basic rights. And what we can do energetically to support them, it may seem like a small thing, but I know out of experience that it isn't. So I would request you all to join me in this blessing for the women in Iran. Uh, of course, once you are in the frame of mind to do it with love, with compassion, and with the strength that they need right now. So let's start. We'll just invoke before we start to the Divine Mother, to the goddess in all her forms, to the warrior goddess Durga, to the pre-Islamic goddesses Al-Uzza, Al-Lat and Manat. We humbly invoke for your divine guidance, help and blessings, for your strength, your courage, and for your healing for the women in Iran who are right now fighting for their sense of sovereignty. Just you can visualize Iran, visualize all the women, all the men included, to support them in this fight, to help them overcome all suppression. Visualize all the goddesses and all their power coming in to the energy field of Iran, coming into the energy of all the women there, giving them the love, the strength, the compassion to overcome any kind of suppression, to bless them with peace, with healing, bless them with inner strength, with courage. Visualize all the angels, all the divine mothers in all their forms coming up and rising up to help these women. See them overthrowing this barbaric rule. See them standing firm in their sovereignty, joyful, happy, finally achieving the goal that they are all fighting for. Overcoming all obstacles to stand in their sovereignty, so that they can be in complete harmony and balance with the masculine and the divine forces. May they be blessed with wisdom, mercy, compassion, with the guidance to do whatever is necessary in order to overcome the suppression and suppression on all levels. May each one be free to do as they choose, as they please, without any fear, without any torment. May they stand true in their freedom. Take a deep breath, smile, send them a lot of strength. See the angels, the beings of light surrounding them, protecting them. sending them a lot of love, harmony, and peace. Feel the energy radiating out from your hands, from your heart, flooding each and every woman, man, and child in Iran, so that they may be blessed with whatever is best for them. Thank you, everyone. I also would like to say that there is a reason why people keep their heads covered, especially people who are praying a lot or people who are very spiritual. You'll usually see them with their head covered. You won't see them allowing anyone to touch their hair or their head. And there is a reason behind this, because when you're doing a lot of prayers, when you're doing a lot of spiritual practice, there is a lot of divine energy coming in. Your head area becomes very sensitive to energy. So your hair actually absorbs a lot of spiritual energy. That is why you see a lot of people, they don't cut their hair who are on the path. People who are doing a lot of spiritual practice will have either facial hair or hair on their head which is growing, and because that stores energy. And ideally each one has their own right, whether they are comfortable, letting their hair loose, whether they are comfortable with the, it depends on how sensitive you are to that energy. So it should be everybody's individual right to do what they want. And the hair is also associated with a lot about how we feel about ourselves, or in all across the globe, people, um, when they want to change their identities, or when they want to change something about them or bring major changes in their life, the first thing they do is they change their hairstyle, or they'll go for a complete cut, and it just gives them that, that change, that disconnect from the past, because positive and negative, both energies are stored in the hair, and which is why when you cut your hair, you're also losing. If you are doing a lot of spiritual practice, you're losing some of that energy. If you're not doing spiritual practice, if you've had a very tough life and you've had a lot of negative thoughts and you've had a lot of struggle, when you cut your hair, you'll suddenly feel free, you'll feel very um, relieved. So that is something which I think a lot of people do not know, and a lack of knowledge, a lack of understanding about such things also leads to a lot of unwanted issues, which is why I am sharing this. So I hope you will do the blessing. I hope in your prayers, whether you do it this way or whether you do it on your own, please keep all the people in mind who are going through a very hard time right now throughout the world, in whichever way, whatever you are called to do. This is just a small blessing, a prayer, whatever you want to call it, which will help people. And the more we add to the anger, the more we add to the sadness, which I know is very normal, very um, justified, and it should be processed, but process it on your own. Don't add to it by talking about it on social media or talking about it in big groups and all. Yes, what needs to be spoken, but just that much, so that you find a solution, not just for the sake of adding to the energy. I hope you understand what I'm saying, and have a nice day, all of you. Take care.